regarding.
Right. So this is what generally an Appium tool, wherein you can see here the server is under running, right? So you can see here the server is running, right? Whatever the application are we working on, whatever the software, right? So in reference to the Appium and all everything, this is what generally, which normally it is being used for. Along
Right.
with that, if you want to see any relating to open any kind of tools or open any kind of files and all, here you can see there is an option called open wherein we can do that.
Yeah, right.
So this
Understood.
is one thing which we need to do. This is of server is under the running state, right? So that's what it was. Now I'm just going for Appium here. Yeah, so this is where generally the Appium tool running and all that. Now
Yeah.
here you can see there is an option called start inspection session. Okay, start inspection session here. You can see top right. Start
Right.
inspection session. It's like because if you want custom server or if you want to select cloud providers, right? So we need to select anything. But in real world, generally we'll have our own custom server normally, right? So we don't have any cloud service providers or something like that sort. Usually we have our own servers based on the custom server, whatever we have created, all that. So wherein if you want to attach any kind of sessions, desired capabilities, representations and all, and you can simply click on start server if there is any custom server we are creating. Or else, if you want, you can select any of the cloud service providers, whoever are there. For example, I'm selecting test object as a cloud service provider, right? Test object, you can see here, right? Test object is the
Yes.
cloud service provider. And so once the test object cloud service provider I have select on, whatever we need to do, if there is any sessions with the other attachments to be added to the existing stuff, wherein by doing some advanced settings or something of that sort, all these things we have to update here, right? So this is where it is. Right, so I'm just naming it, okay?
Okay.
I'm just naming it as 2, okay? That is
Yeah.
what generally I'm just naming.
Yeah.
You can see here. Understand? Clear?
Yeah, understood.
Right or not? Right? App driver. Right. So
Yeah.
this is how generally, right? So this is where it comes like inspector session, we call it as.
Right.
Right. So first of all, we have to create this inspector session, wherein I have given a name called 2, right? So 2 for that, and I've just taken it, right? So this is what it was. Next, there are 2 things. One is about get raw logs, right? So this is one more thing. So here you can see whatever the logs are required and all everything. Those logs, every logs were seen here, so that whatever the necessary options do we want to make out of it, all these things will be done here. But make sure whenever we are working on Appium application, all that. So make sure you need to run the server for sure, right? So you can see here the server is under running. Okay, server has to run. So because these are not cloud application. This is not a cloud application, Ram. Please do remember.
It's
If
hosted.
it's a hosted application, on-premise hosted application.
Right.
If it's a cloud application, then you don't require to have a server as separate because everything will be there in that.
Right.
But wherein for this normally this is a installed on-premise application where you will be having a what we call where you will be having installations and all everything is what we have to do as separate, and we need to run the server, whatever the local servers do we have, right? So all the servers we have to run according to the requirement, what is that we have and all, so that if you want, you can see, right? So server stopped.
Yeah, yeah, I
If
got
you
it.
want, you can stop the server, and otherwise, if you want to start the server again, you can see here. You can start the server. You can see, right? So
Yeah,
when
it's
it
like
was right.
PSP jump in WAMP like that. It's
Right. So
like
these are, of
jump.
course, these are the log ones, 0.0.1, 0.4.44723, right? So these are all the this thing REST, because REST API is all that. Because whenever we are creating this APIs, right? So
Right.
wherein APIs are being used to connect, right? So for that reason, generally this RESTful APIs, all these things will be coming into picture. So for that, this is what generally it is being used for. And if you want to create any logs or something of that, we can do it. Otherwise, if you want to start inspection session and
Yeah.
again, one more time, I'm showing you. Okay.
Yeah,
So
okay.
you can get it, understand, and you
Yeah.
can do it yourself. No problem.
Yeah.
I mean, this
Yeah.
is easy. It's not bit difficult for you to do it. Yeah, you can see here, test object is what I have taken.
Yeah.
Right. So test object keys and data centers and all everything is what it was. Wherein, yeah, so wherein if there is any of the option of save as, so wherein we need to give uh, capability as save as here, right? So two I've just taken. Selected as two. Understood? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right or not? Right.
Yeah. Okay.
So you can see here, right? So this I have taken. Understood?
Right.
Clear?
Yeah, understood.
Yeah. So this is how generally this will be created. Let me close all these. There are a couple of videos either here. And there are a couple of videos here as well.
Okay.
And if there is any sessions to be started and all, there are some inspection keys, right? API keys and all everything we have to update, right? So different API keys and all everything. But make sure we need to create API keys, which admin people and all everything will be done. Based on that, we need to connect the server. That's how it was, right?
Okay.
So API keys has to be created because these are the testing objectives or the cloud service providers we are selecting on. So you need to select the data centers, right? So all these things and all, then you can start out the session. So this is what and how generally this Appium testing, if you want to run and all. So this is how generally we need to do, wherein we can see here you can see, right? So inspector, right? Data inspector and all. But make sure we need to create that server and all everything, and we need to start the session over this, right? So .us or something like, and configurations has to be made over here. What are the configurations and all everything, and we can simply clicking on it, right? So that's what generally this is being something which is used here, right? So you can see saved capability sets, right? For example, you can see here there are two things which I have created, capability sets.
Okay.
Beginning is two, which I have created, and again you can see here whatever the capability sets I have created earlier and now. You can
Right.
see, okay, all those names. I have given the name called to. Have your capability sets, everything will come into picture. Wherein just click on save. I already saved it so that I am not doing it anymore. And
Okay.
this is what it was. So once that saving option was done, the next, if you whatever the raw details relating to the Appium to be working on, so these details we can open, right? So these are raw informations and all. If there is any raw data which is required and all, we can take the required data and we can use it for purposes whenever it is needed, right? So whatever it is required, all that, right? So all this. If you want to open any new session for Windows, here you can see there is an option in File, New Session Windows.
Right.
Okay, so if you want to create any new session as separate, you can create one more session in Appium. In RAM, please do remember this is an automation testing tool, open source automation
Right.
testing tool, which is exclusive useful for the testing purposes.
Yeah.
Okay, this is nothing to do with domain. This is any kind of raw data, what is to be used. And for example, if there is any edit format, right? So if you want to make any kind of edits or something, or else if you want to open a new file, for example, if you want to open a new file wherein you can go here. And if there is any new file which is there already, right? For example, resources can be opened here, right? So if you want, we can open the file and we can use it according to the requirement what we have.
Right.
Right. So there are different module files do we have.
Yeah.
Connection to the Appium and all. Or else if you want to take any local files in all, but you need to see what type of file are we working on. Right. So all files, right? So for example, different files if you want to create or take on, right? So
Right.
right. So if you want to, yeah, you can see here.
Right.
Understand, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Go to file,
Yeah.
open, okay.
Yeah.
Go to app, module, for example, accepts. You can see all files here, okay, all files,
Yeah.
modules, any package.json, okay. I'm just selecting package.json. Okay. You can see package.json was open. Understand clear to you now? Update all the whatever the required files and all that. So whichever the files are needed. So all the files can be implemented, can be used when and wherever it is needed.
Right.
So that we can work on this because we need to do the testing, all that, right? So for that reason, we need to have the knowledge over this tools, right? So all these notepad tools, everything will be used upon. Clear?
Yeah. Okay.
And if you want, we can open new files as well, right? So any new file, if you want to open or if you want to create a new file, first of all, file has to be created. Subsequently, we can update this. So followed by this, that claim editor and as well as claim healthcare claims. 3.
Yeah.
Okay, one
Yeah.
is Appium. Appium, sorry, not Appium. Appium. Appium.